we do it? We just play the finals, so that means we're experts in limited formats.
We got chosen.
So we will produce quickly go over it and see what our first pick would be in a draft. Do you have any preference, like
What
lightning or earth or preference?
Scheelt een euro, Steven, dus moet je een euro.
Oké. Heb je een euro of moet je code?
Geen aan een euro.
Maar we regelen dat volgende keer wel anders. Well, personally, my preference would be lightning, but I think lightning and earth are both very strong picks.
I'm building a burn.
So that's yellow fire, not interesting.
You needed the...
See some interesting cards. What I see immediately is the burn up shock.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Also blossoming decay, very good card, especially to run invertants.
Yeah. Yeah, to need one of those. This one, it costs 2. I think there's a little bit about.
What is the Arc Knight? Not a Runeblade player, but it's a nice pump. But it costs 2.
It's an easy way to make rune chance.
Yeah.
I think this one is probably the best one.
My first pick would be the burn up shock, but I can definitely see picking the blossoming decay as well. So.
I do think that it can be a trap.
Yes, but
grades.
and it incentivizes your opponent to block, which is very important. So it can give you tempo in a game.
Something special.
Oh, Timon!
A cold foe lightning greaves. Okay. Yeah, the second booster we open is a cold foe lightning greaves. If you have
Too bad we cannot pick that one.
No. It's nice. I just ordered one online.
I see a couple of interesting picks. So I see hit the high notes. Can be a very good Runeblade card.
I didn't play it even in my deck.
You didn't play it.
I have a red one and a blue one.
There are some interesting interactions as well with Aurora that you can play. Yeah.
And this one is,
I think the strongest one here is the Rootbound Carapace. Decomposing on the turn of your opponent is very strong. Also the brush off prevention effects in a limited format where there's no arcane barrier is very important. So my first pick would be the Runebound Carapace, but all the strong cards, the brush off and the hit the high notes.
Actually, I had this one and I was surprised how difficult sometimes it can be.
It can be difficult, but especially on these attacks, if they come unbuffed, they're just 3 arcane, you can easily prevent them. But indeed, because they have this text on them that it needs to be 3 or less, it can sometimes be difficult. So for a first pick, maybe not this, but these two.
Yeah, well, I would go for this one.
Yeah.
That's also rare.
Yeah. For me, also the root bound.
Okay. But this has a surprise one. Okay, we have something here.
Oh!
Great bubble! Alright, fertile ground. And blossom decay.
I would say this is a little underwhelming, this pack.
Yeah. I mean, there's no lightning there or red, that's so I would. That's for the live game. Not as touch, but yellow is also a bit.
Definitely not as a first pick.
No.
So as a first pick, I think Blossoming Decay. It's a decompose card. It's a good verdance card. Otherwise, if you can take the runaways, it's generic, so you can run it in every class. So to stay open, you can take the runaways. So these two are good picks, but to stay open, you can take the runaways. But Blossoming is a very good pick as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit underwhelming. Even generic is not the first pick.
No, this is a bit of an underwhelming pack. So.
Ooh.
Speciaal voor u apart.
Yeah, so these Earth cards. A little bit too much to say. We
There's
got an
good Earth cards, but we also have an interesting
Ah, yeah.
Majestic.
Okay.
So the question is, of course, to ask how good this card can be in limited, but I think definitely the live game together with the amp effect can in limited also be very strong. So I would definitely first pick this one.
But then you know that someone next will certainly be an Earth 2 guys.
Yeah, it can be an Earth, but you are committed on Verdant, I think.
Yeah.
With these cards, I mean, if you late game pitch deck this together with some live gain, you
Yeah.
can gain life, amp and attack, and just devastate your opponent with arcane damage. So I think in CC this is already a very good card. So I think in a limited format you can just pitch stack
Yeah.
this into a late game scenario where you just easily deal like 10 arcane.
Yeah.
So
I also see two strong Runeblade cards here.
yeah, it's a very strong pack.
So
Don't get me wrong. So
everyone on the table will be Florian.
this commits you to a class
Yeah.
well grounded can leave you open. But there are some very good cards. I mean, these
Yeah.
cards are as well. They're very good.
It's
Yeah.
completely opposite of
Yeah.
the other part.
Very good, very good, very good pack. But for me, I would definitely take
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, I can agree.
Die is ook goed, hè? Ga die ook leggen?
But I would like to see this draft, how it is. With the 4 Florian players next to you.
I can't find the price for the playmat anywhere.
No, because it's so recent.
I only found it like on eBay and stuff, but
You need
it's
to.
way too high.
Yeah, but that's because it just released. You need to
Find-
value it somewhere between 10 and 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Wizard block, mental block. Discard this.
We're not going to
But
trade
then
now.
next to don't get rid of-
Just keep it and we'll figure it out later, okay?
Okay.
Another day.
Okay, this is
So-
a special one.
Yeah, Metal Block is good because in a limited format it also has a prevention effect, and when you prevent, you create a ponder, so it basically can draw you a card. So this is very good to stay open, keeps you in the keeps you in the wizard class. There are some other interesting picks like the Arcane Polarity or the Helm. But first pick, you can go for the Mental Block. It's a very strong card. It commits you to
It's
wizard.
the first time we
however.
see red lightning card.
Yeah.
But
Lightning.
instance is a little bit limited in this limited format. No?
Yeah, so this card, I would not first pick it because indeed you need the instance to go with it. So for first pick, I would go for one of these three,
Yeah.
and I would definitely think go for the mental block. It's a
I
blue,
think
there's
one
a
of
prevention
these two.
effect, and it can easily give you an edge when playing
Well,
wizard.
I don't know.
Yeah, why did you want
The special one, but it did replace itself, so yeah.
But if you're not into wizard, you can definitely pick the arcane polarity.
Yeah.
It lets you stay completely open, and the helmet is of course also a very good pick. Zal dat ook apart leggen?
Do you know how much money I give to for?
Does anybody know?
Probably.
Oh, this
Full
is
Majestic.
This is a Riptide card. So
Are you tempted to go
Yeah.
back? Yes, to this card.
I want this card. Zeg Simon, we zijn hier aan het pullen, het verzot hè.
Two Majestics in one black.
Rainbow Foil Channel Lightning Valley.
And the plan for the worst also four in the same pack.
Ah.
So two Full Majestics.
Riptide's happy.
Yeah.
First pick, we don't need to discuss. We take this card.
It's B. I only see yellow ones. Are the blue ones? I never see blue ones.
The blue ones.
Yeah.
Blue ones are in the set. Yeah.
Okay. Like I did one draft practice this week. I had 5 of those. Yeah, and this is an easy one. Yeah.
Let's say if this wasn't in here, I could see going for the Consuming Volition. It's also a strong card.
I like this one, but it's because it fits well in my deck. This one, this hits a hero.
Smash Up can be good if you combine it with some other thing that can fit into the resource curve. I find the text kind of conditional because not all heroes playing a lot of attack action cards. Sometimes it's instants, sometimes it's non-attack actions. So I don't see myself trending towards this card. So I would take this
Yeah.
or maybe the Consuming Volition as first pick.
Just two Majestics in one pack. Four
Ik was er niet voor
Majestics.
u. Die case is al drie keer terugbetaald. Wat is dat allemaal? Rainbow Foil Channel Lightning.
Ik heb al met hebben gekocht van Thomas.
Channel Lightning, of wat?
Ja. Ik heb begin deze week, dus beginning of this week, I bought the foil for less than 20 euros. And now I buy the non-foil for 25. Okay, this is a good one. Yes. Verdant will have to put it on the
Let
bottom.
me move over.
First pick, I would probably go for the Tongue Tied. Just because it's
That's
two,
7. Yeah.
it's a 2-card 7. Generic, keeps you open.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Um,
I like staying open. Yeah.
because as far as sending signals, if you, for example, would take the helmet, there are a couple of good Earth cards still out there, so you can just stay open. And there's a strong Earth signal in this pack, so probably the people on your left will be going into Earth. So this, as you said, is also a very good pick. Commits you to the Wizard class, but it can help you overcome fatigue. So this is also a very strong pick. Yeah.
Maybe it's just because my dream is to draft Australians. It's the first electrostatic discharge. And it's not good for that. It's a poor
I
one.
think the Rune Ranger Swarm
Yeah.
can be a good one, although not all decks have an easy time creating auras, so it can be a little bit tricky.
I had 2 and I didn't play them either. My deck.
So
Because
It's-
it's only 3. It's
of course it's good in CC decks, but maybe in limited it's not that good. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't see any other decent first picks. You have the Tripdolite, fantastic.
Yeah, only thing is this for giving you
Yeah,
signal
it's a 1 for 5. You can
And the first
you
thing
can
you
prevent.
probably,
There's a,
probably take this one to give the signal because
yeah.
the
there is a prevention effect which is good. So I can see you picking this. This one, Tripdolite, fantastic. Nothing really
Yeah.
stands out to me in this pack, but I can see you picking this one. Mostly because of the prevention effect. That's also on.
should have played that one in my deck.
Maybe you had an easy time creating aura, so
Yeah.
maybe you should.
I see a meet and greet, but to see burn up.
We have again the burn up shock
Yeah.
and the meet and greet. So I
This
think
one?
the each quickening depends on what deck you play. If it fits into what you want to do, if it fits into your resource curve, this is of course for arcane, and it can give you go again. So
I think the go again is actually quite strong in this format because that's limited because if you draw multiples wizard spells you can only play one.
yeah, that's true. But of course, if they still can stop it in some way, then you don't really get most of the value from it. But I see picking this one for if you want to go the wizard way, and meet and greet or the burn up shock if you want to go the Runeblade way.
Yeah.
So one of these three as a first pick. I'm again trending towards the burn up shock, but I can see if you are more of a wizard player, you trend towards taking the each quickening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go again, getting the go again is indeed very strong. Yeah.
So boom grenade card.
Oh, oh, oh. Ja, dat is niet super.
It's another majestic. We haven't seen the red one.
So, what do you think of these setup auras? So,
If they cost 0, it's great. This one costs 1. It's great in Florian because it curves it to the.
it's great. It's great with Rotwood Reaper. Yeah. So I definitely think these are strongest in Florian as well. So they're very good. So that's really the play you want to do in Florian. Make the aura, attack with the Rotwood Reaper, gives you a lot of value. So I would, if you're building a Florian deck, I would rate this area. If you don't know which deck you are building yet, this is also a good general Rune Blade card because it creates a rune chant, and the rune chants are very difficult to stop as well.
How it does it play in Aurora? I see it at Florian, it's also good.
Well, if you have an aura, so like an embodiment is also an aura, you can just, if you don't need the embodiment, you can just destroy the embodiment and then get 3 rune chants for free.
Yeah.
So it's versatile because it just says destroy an aura you control.
Yeah.
So I would rate this also very high. If you're more trending towards Florian, you can take the strong yield. I would rate these two the highest.
Yeah.
The glyph overlay is a strong effect, but maybe not the yellow. But I would take the if it was a red, you can first pick this to go towards Auxilio.
Yeah. Have you ever played Flash Unlimited?
Flash Unlimited? No, I have not.
I don't know how it works. Auxilio maybe to make the specific card go again.
Imagine if they built a class completely based around fucking with people.
It's the first counterbalance things.
We'll just ignore this card, turn it upside down. Same thing here. This card, it puts you into a certain class immediately, but it is a very strong card. I would.
Its blocks for 3 is also very great.
Yeah. I would consider taking the electromagnetic somersault
The
here
red one is great. Blocks for
because
6.
it's good on the offense and on the defense. It's very versatile, and you can play it in Aurora and Auxilio. So if you take this, you stay open in 2 classes. Here you immediately commit to a class first pick.
Yeah.
But you can pick this. You can also pick the Heavens class, but I think the electromagnetic somersault is better in this
If you
case.
go lightning, this is the card.
Yeah. So one of these two, but I would pick the electromagnetic somersault.
Yeah, I can follow.
Yeah.
But I was today surprised with this also. How powerful.
What if you take an hour and you just sign a bunch of cards and get 1 euro?
Why are they making these blue brushes? That's really this one.
Then you play it as data now, you have 0 intellect, you go.
So pick one. There are several options. Staying open, completely open. You take generic equipment, but I think the cadaver stilling is important here because it's a decomposed card. So it's a decompose.
That's 1 for 8. Yeah.
It's a 2 for 8.
Yeah,
so
that's the best one of all
it keeps
the
you open in both
decompose.
earth classes. I think I
I'm
would
pushing 8 with 2 cards is just.
I would take the cadaver stilling
Yeah.
here.
No, true.
So I think that's a clear choice. There's nothing else unless you want to stay really open in the first pick.
Vector isn't that expensive of a deck to build, right? I don't think so. Yeah, command and
The
conquer.
legendary. I have three.
Oh yeah, then you're
I played it
pretty
in
set.
Teclo.
You have he kind of plays balance of justice, but
See,
might
only
not
yellow
be
is it?
that necessary anymore.
I don't see the
We'll see a blue.
Yeah, but like non-stabilized, purely the guardian pool wise, it's not expensive. Not at all.
That's how you open it.
Ah, we have enough studio.
Chicken and mushroom. Ja. Die van Louis was nog mee.
For me, first pick would be the Exploding Ether. Just because it can really push a lot of arcane damage, which can be game determining. You can amp this, and for example, in Verdance with the staff, easily get up to 7-8 arcane damage, so it can be very important. So I would take the Exploding Ether.
Is there any argument to take the only Earth card here? I know it's a rare one. Yeah, okay.
For sending a signal,
Yeah, if you think about signals.
I would
Because
not.
in our
I would
Discord
not
chat,
pick a
lot of
blue
people go
Earth
for
card
it. Yeah.
as a first pick because it's just not strong enough. Maybe if it was a stronger Earth card, but because it also commits you to a certain class more than. This is really more a Verdance card, so.
Yeah. It would be a red one and like
Yeah.
the one for sure, but
There is an argument for taking this because it's a Rune Blade, so you can stay open in 2 classes and it's a good equipment. But I would take this one.
yeah, amp to again, it's a good recipe.
Wait, it's genius. I don't have a signature card. Let me sign a card for me.
Okay, heard as red one. Now we have Valgrand also.
Yeah, for me it's easy. It's the Vienna's Fighting Spirit. 2 for 7 or 2 card 7, which potentially lets you heal 1. And in Verdance also pings a damage. So
Yeah, I think the 7 or 6 is even more important, I think, than the other ones.
So for me, it's clearly Vienna's Fighting Spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. Staying open. You also prefer staying open.
Well, it's not just staying open; it's just one of the best attacks in the set, and it's a generic. So indeed, you can stay really open. But it's also a very good attack.
De ambities tegen.
Ouch.
Here we have some interesting options because Lightning Surge is a very good lightning card, both in Auxilio and in Aurora. Blossoming Decay for me is not strong enough compared to the other card that I see here because we also have the Pulsing Ether Life, which is also a very strong card.
And the other versus go again cards.
Yeah. So what I see here is some strong Verdant signals. So what you could do is you could take the Lightning Surge and then send a Verdant signal along to the rest.
And this is a good starter for a Syria deck. I agree.
But this is a good card
This
for
is not
Verdant.
very playable, I guess, unless you have a stronger Syria deck.
Well, it is playable. It's a blue. It's a lightning instant, so it means it amps 1, but it also works together with Fulzar because it's a lightning card. So
yeah, but it's only lightning for full.
Yeah.
Ambiëren is eigenlijk gewoon in de Nederlandse taal een definitie op zowel als gezegd, ik ambiëren vanaf vastspelen aan de zout. Maar van dit is inderdaad een betekent een streerdoel naar tot en met 50ste miljoen.
I was going to go like this, but
So we take this one.
second place this one.
Yeah, Pelic of the Crown. I mean, it's 2 card 8 with an effect that your opponent has to discard, so it's basically a 2 card 11. We take this card and we ask no questions, and we just win the draft.
Niels had them four.
We win the draft.
But I think the other one is the one arm piece that makes the Gent is very strong.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's 2 value and Florian. when you can make the rune shell.
Yeah. Ah, there's another red one. The second strike I like. But we also have red cadaver stilling, but I guess you still go for it.
I
But you
think
give this one and this one. That's
well in this case you take the Fiandel's fighting spirit, I think, because it's just generic. But the person behind you will be very happy that you pass him the cadaver stilling. So, but if you pass him the Fiandel's fighting spirit, he will also be very happy. So I think it's difficult, but I think I will still pick this one.
Find anything in my folder that
yeah, I think this is the best pick. Being full is
Just
maybe
because
going to affect me, but
it basically keeps you open.
yeah.
The Fiandel's fighting spirit. It's very versatile. But I can see a world where you say, Van, okay, I'm committing to Earths, and then it's very good to have enough decomposed cards. So I can see a world where you take this one over this one. But
because
these are definitely, you pick one of these two. So
Earth will probably be the most popular one.
Yeah.
Having decomposed cards is going to be fighting. Everyone is going to fight for them.
But right now, if I would want the remaining cards I would need to make my new Blitz deck, a CC deck, I would have to spend
We
another.
haven't seen a Marvel yet.
oh yeah, such a bad box this is. Yeah. We haven't seen anything good yet.
Ah, the blue one does exist.
I told you we would see it.
We see meet and greet, which is a rare go again attack.
We already saw a lot of meet and greets.
Ah, but we have overpower card.
Yeah, I
And
think.
a red, okay, yeah. And red second strike.
Yeah, so the electric discharge is good, but I think not good enough versus one of these two.
Yeah.
But I think I would pick the vantage point.
Yeah.
Especially the overpower. I mean, it's 7 overpower in a format where you only have 20 life. Not a lot of means to get overpower, so I would take the vantage point.
Yeah. Yeah, vantage point it is.
It's really good.
Today it won't be this card.
Ik ben al bezig.
I had in my beginning had to overpower, but I put it on the bottom.
See, now we have a red glyph overlay.
The three go against.
Yeah, but we already established maybe this is not the best first pick.
Yeah. Cost one.
This, however, commits you more to Oscilio. So, but I think this is a very good card. I mean, if you play this together with some good go again attacks, lightning go again attacks, I mean, you might build a nuts Oscilio deck. So, I think this card is absolutely essential to building a good Oscilio deck. Put some sigil out, play a couple of lightning cards, play this, deal a bunch of arcane damage, heal, and put them all back into your deck. So
Yeah, that's crazy. Heal and put them all back.
yeah, and so you trigger all the effects then of the sigils that you put back.
Check the full.
Yeah. So, but if you're something like I don't want to play Oscilio, then you just take the helm here. I think
A lot of sigils here.
the Fry could
Yeah,
be an easy pick, but I
Yeah,
don't. I would
as
not
a
pick it
first
as
pick.
I would not pick it as a first pick. So
it's a
I would
glue for your
say
deck, but
if you're interested in playing Oscilio, you take the glyph overlay, but it commits you to him, and then otherwise you just take the helm.
I've really thought about this card. Not the first pick, but wonder it's going to.
Yeah. It's a bit high rolly for me, but de combo aan het
Ooh, some red cards there on the top. Oh,
Here we have some good choices.
but I like this one. We also for here. I really like this one.
Yeah.
It's 0. It's good at Florian. It's good at.
Potentially 6 value, 4 value. There are a lot of choices here to start thinking about it, but I would take the Malefic Incantation.
Also, that it triggers a lot of the other
Yeah.
cards, like if you make it.
If you just play this in Aurora,
yeah.
it will just be 3 rune chants. It's unpreventable damage, and it can trigger some of your other effects as well. And if you play this in Florian, it can be 6 value. So I think we take the Malefic Incantation.
I agree. Another red strength. We see the red amp cards. So, Ryan, I probably go for this one.
I don't
you give
see a
some
lot of
Other good
interesting
red
things,
wizard
but
cards. This is really strange pack of all the good wizard cards are here.
the only problem, indeed, what you say is, if you take the Exploding Ether, you send 2 good wizard cards alongside
We're
the
having
table.
a
So I
Somersault,
think in this case, I would take the Electromagnetic
Yeah.
Somersault
overlooked.
because there is not a clear lightning signal.
Yeah,
And if you take the Exploding Ether, you still send these 2.
yeah. You
Decent
don't
cards.
want if 3 people next to each other
Yeah,
going with
so that's why I think in this case I would take the Electromagnetic Somersault. But I still think the Exploding Ether is good. The people to your left will be fighting for all these cards. So, and meanwhile you are just chilling in lightning.
Three more boosters.
I think for me it's easier. We have okay. We have the Consuming Volition. Yeah. Okay. We have the Consuming Volition. We have the Helm. So it's the same here. You get committed to Florian easy like this.
Yeah,
So maybe I would just pick the Helm here.
it's easier. I think like to get into Florian or an Earth cards. Like always better Earth cards.
Yeah.
or-
The Helm is always good. The Helm is always good. It commits you to 2 heroes. I don't think the Rune Rager Swarm is good enough here in comparison to the other ones. You can take the Consuming Volition, keeps you open in 2 clauses. Helm keeps you open in 2 clauses. So I would probably pick one of these 2. This one is very good, but it commits you to class immediately. But I mean, people will be fighting for Florian probably. So if you want to stay away from that, don't take this card. If you want to hard commit to Florian, you can take this card.
Yeah. Okay, last two boosters.
Last 2 packs.
Maybe there's a Marvel in the last pack. Maybe there isn't. And there is a Comet Storm there, but there's also this one. I don't know this one. This is a seating card.
Blast to Oblivion can be played in both decks. I think because of the presence of Arcane Damage, I would just take the Arcane Polarity here. It's very good.
Yeah.
Probably across the game, it will allow you at some point to heal 4.
Yeah.
So I think this card is very good. This one immediately commits you to Osilio, and this can be played. This one is good, but not good enough, I think, to first pick. So I would take the Arcane Polarity.
Yeah.
This one commits you to
0
strong.
for 4.
Yeah.
Quite consistent.
I did the last.
You can do the last booster. You also have to give comments on that.
Jij mocht de Marvel trekken.
Last booster,
Last
Marvel.
one?
Marvel.
I will do a guest appearance for the last booster.
Already your jacket ready to
Yeah, I'm
leave.
ready to leave, but I want to see what we get.
I'm going to snow roll it. No,
It's our
not at all.
tokens. So let's see.
There's no Marvel in it.
A majestic truce. I don't know if it's a good one. When this enters the arena, choose an opponent at the beginning of the end phase, destroy this, and you each gain 3 health. Yeah, I don't know about that one. So, which one would you pick and why?
What I see is we have red fry.
Mm-hmm.
We have also this is red cards. There's also red one.
I think Oath of the Arknight is underrated. I think it's pretty good, especially if you're thinking of going any of the rune blades.
But the 2 costs is with box 3.
Yeah, that is true.
I like the blue one because it's box 3, and also in the late game if you pitch it, you still have 5 ways to get the creatures at the end game, which can be very important.
So,
because
which would you pick that blocks 3 out of these two? Because this one, they both leave you open for Wizard, but if your Quickening can give you go again.
As a first pick, I would pick a blue wizard card.
No,
Go for
fair.
red ones.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably go for Fry.
Well, this is a 7, eh?
Hmm?
Deck for 7.
True.
For 2.
If you've dealt arcane damage. It's,
If
it's
you make 12,
conditional.
if you make 12 creatures took is very.
Yeah, then it's very
consistency.
easy. Alright.
Okay, it was good in my deck. Maybe I'm a little bit biased.
That was the last pick.
Was last pick.
Did you pull any more good cards? Felling of the Crown, I see. Great card. Thank you for
Okay.
thank you for watching.
See you next week. FTCC.